In 14 days, I managed to get 44,300 impressions using Google Ads. I spent £18.51 and converted them into 443 views. The type of ads I was running were recommended ads next to videos, and I wanted to see what type of return of investment I would get if I started to spend money to advertise my videos on YouTube. So when you set up your first ad using Google Ads, there are a number of different settings you can change on the campaign and how it runs. And the budget is one of the more important ones. So for the budget, I chose £2 a day as the maximum, and you only pay per click. I also made some choices on the demographics of the users the ads would be shown to. But I didn't want anyone 45 plus being shown the ad because I didn't think there was much of a chance of a click-through. I also had the choice to choose genders, but I didn't think that League of Legends was a particularly male-dominated game, so I left it as both. So you can see on the left the top interests which clicked through on the ad, and 62% is gamers, which means that Google AdSense determined that anyone with the gamers interest is the most likely to click through on the ad, as well as video games in second place. Now, the interests I chose when I set up the ad did also include League of Legends players. However, looking back, I think that was a mistake, as anyone playing League of Legends is unlikely to be watching a video on how to play League of Legends. So as my channel is unmonetized, I can't really quantify these views as monetary gain, and even if I could, it would definitely not be a fair return of investment. However, I can see that if you're a new channel with undiscovered content, it's incredibly important for future impressions that your content has a baseline amount of views, as a video with 0 views is incredibly unlikely to have anyone click through, whereas if they see a video and they're recommended with a couple hundred views as a user, you're far more likely to click on it. So even though I would have hoped for more views for the amount of money it cost, I do think as a new channel it is worthwhile to get some views from ads at the beginning to boost your reach in the future. So as well as the easy to use site I've been showing so far, Google Ads offers a more complicated view of the different analytics it shows, and I decided to delve in, and I found a couple interesting things. One of the most interesting things I found is that a third of the views of my ads in terms of impressions were on TVs. And maybe that's something to do with YouTube attempting to show the ads equally in different platforms, or a lack of ad block, but I thought that was pretty strange because I didn't think many people used YouTube on the TV. So a lot of the Google Ads experience is powered from the Google AI, which decides who to show the ads to based on who's clicked them already. So looking at this consumer spotlight is quite interesting, seeing an insight into your audience and what categories they belong to. So the largest demographic who had displayed these ads were adventure and strategy game fans, which is a bit of a broad category, but I believe could be due to me using some Warcraft 3 footage in the video, and League of Legends is an easy switch from a strategy game player. But I don't think there's enough data to make any conclusions. So in terms of things I've learned from this experience, number one thing is to choose the video you advertise carefully. I think I made a mistake advertising this League of Legends in 5 minutes video because it's the only piece of League of Legends content on the channel, and I don't think it's niche enough for the advert to find a good group of people to target. In the end, Google decided that strategy gamers were enjoying the video the most. However, I think one of my Blender tutorials would have been a better video to advertise, as it's a lot easier to advertise to a specific group of users using one program, rather than people who haven't yet learnt the most popular game in the world. So in future, I will decide more carefully on which video I decide to advertise.